The decision to retire is probably one of the most difficult adult decisions that you can make in your life. And it's difficult because there's so many issues to think about when you're making that decision. So in today's video, I'm going to talk with you about some of those issues, some of those things that will help you to make the decision maybe just a little bit easier. I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement, where we make your retirement remarkable. If you're thinking of retiring in the next 5 years, this video is for you. If you've recently retired and might be struggling a bit, this video is also just for you. Your mindset when you're making that decision to retire really can have a big influence on the success and the happiness of your retirement and of this next stage of your life. There are two often talked about philosophies when you're thinking about retirement. They're simply called the push factor and the pull factor. The push factor often sort of pushes you to retirement through no choice of your own, or simply you don't really yet aren't ready, but there are things pushing you to retire. Also, the push factor, though, can at different times push you to remain at your job. The pull factor, however, pulls you into retirement and helps you to make that decision willingly. Whether you retire with more push or pull factors really often does determine how successful and how happy you are in your retirement, at least at the beginning of your retirement. So let's take a look at those two factors a little bit more in depth. Although there are many different aspects that go into your retirement decision, for this video, we're just going to concentrate on three main ones: your financial aspects, your health, and your emotional well-being. So let's take a look at those with regards to push and pull. So let's start with the push factors. Of all of the push factors out there, your health and your financial well-being are the two push factors that are given the most weight when you're making your retirement decision. So for example, your financial well-being. If you don't feel that you have the finances available to live the lifestyle that you want to live in retirement, that's a huge push factor to keep you working. Also with your health, if oftentimes in this situation, if your health is suffering and you know your health isn't well, that's a huge push factor to push you to retire because you know that your health isn't well and you need to take the time off. Also, another push factor in retirement is your working conditions. If you're bored, if you're stressed, if you don't like your job or don't like what you're doing, that is a huge push factor to push you and consider retirement. And the next push factor is personal factors. So some of the things in personal factors are the more uncertain you are about retirement, the more it kind of is scary to you and causes anxiety. That's definitely a push factor to keep working. If you've had negative thoughts about retirement, if you don't know what you're going to do in retirement, if you have very little activities outside of work, those are all push factors to keep you working. And then the last personal one is if you have a spouse or partner that has recently retired and doesn't like it, that's a push factor to keep working. Or if your spouse or partner has retired or has not yet retired and wants to stay working, that's also another push factor to keep working. And then family and friends. Where do they feel in all of this? If you've had some friends that have recently retired and are bored out of their minds, that possibly also could be a push factor. So now let's talk a little bit about pull factors that are pulling you to retire or even pulling you to keep working. They're pull factors. Now, once again, of all of the pull factors out there, your health and your finances give the most weight when you're making this decision. So, for example, let's talk finances again. The more you feel you are ready financially to retire, the easier that decision is. If you feel you've saved enough money, you have maybe a pension, you have savings, you have income coming in that will allow you to live the lifestyle that you picture here, that is very calming and will pull you to your retirement. Same with your health. It seems as though if you're healthy and vibrant and have an active life, that pulls you more so to retire and enjoy your retirement or enjoy the next stage of your life. Now let's take a look at your working environment. If your working environment, though, is wonderful and you enjoy it and you have an active social life at work and it's challenging and it's fulfilling and it gives you purpose, that then is pulling you possibly to keep working. Now let's take a look at your personal pull factors. So if your spouse or significant other has recently retired and they're loving their retirement, that's possibly a pull factor for you to retire. Now, if you've always also pictured retirement in your mind and you have this incredibly wonderful idea of what your retirement might be and the things that you're going to do and how you're going to enjoy it, of course, those are pull factors to retire. And the more activities you have and the more fulfilling your life is outside of work, those are, again, more pull factors. And then last, your friends and family. If you've had some friends that have recently retired and they're enjoying it, or a whole bunch of friends that are at the same stage of life that you are and are thinking about retirement, those two are often very big pull factors. Now, obviously, weighing these ones, the push factors and the pull factors, is a really difficult process. It's not an easy process. And the fact that those factors change as you age even makes it more difficult. So if you've thought about these factors a few years ago, it's really good to take another look and analyze where you are today with regards to those factors. But as you can see, as you incorporate more pull factors into your life, it really will make your retirement a bit more successful and a bit happier. So that's the goal of this video, is to get you to analyze first how many push and pull factors you have, what they are, what are your triggers, what triggers them, and then to try to incorporate more and more pull factors into your life. Find some activities outside of work that you enjoy, get some meaning and some purpose outside of your job, and see what it is that may inspire you to pull yourself more towards retirement. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on the push and the pull factors, and it gives you something to think about and something to incorporate into your life. I'm Maureen Dobransky. This is Life Starts at Retirement, where we make your retirement remarkable.